Okay, um, welcome everybody. This is an intro to your um, Biol 117 lab course that's going to accompany the current topics lecture that you're going to be taking this summer term and A term. And what I wanted to do was introduce you to the course, sort of give you um, a brief introduction as to where the most important stuff is located, talk to you a little bit about the syllabus, and how to navigate the course. So when you log in, you're going to go to this initial home page, and um, the first thing that you want to do is where it says order your kit from Hands-On Labs. You can click here for instructions for how to order the Hands-On Lab kit, and I can show you real quick what those instructions look like. If you open this in a new tab, it'll ask you to open it with Adobe Acrobat Reader because it's a PDF file. And what you'll see here is a list of instructions for how to order your kit. You have to have your kit in order to do the experiments that are going to be part of the graded content in this course. So there's a link that you'll click on that is this website here, www.holscience.com. Then once you click on that link, you'll open up a window that will show you this little link here called student ordering. Okay, so you want to click that you're a student. Okay, once you go to Hands-On Lab Science, on the next page you'll click yes, then you'll click student, and you'll click student ordering at the top here. On the customer login page, you want to enter your login, which is C006063, and the password, which is LabPAQ, LABPAQ, all in lowercase. Select biology on the left hand side. Under Xavier University LabPAQs, select add cart for your kit. Select checkout. Read the purchase agreement. Continue the purchase process. A confirmation email will come to your Xavier email. Keep this in case you need to refer to your order number. When the kit is ready for shipment, an email will be sent with the UPS tracking number. Note, if you select expedited shipping, the shipping method applies to the date when the item is shipped from Hands-On Labs warehouse and not to the date of the order. You want to make sure and get this done as soon as possible because you're going to need the kit pretty much right away in the first week of the course in order to navigate it. Okay, so you can see here the link for ordering your kit is right down here below. Okay, you click on that, and then you go to students. Okay, hit yes. Then you're going to log in with your username and password, and it's going to take you through the purchasing process. Okay, so we go ahead and just do that just as a test case here. There's the login, and then we go to the password. Takes you to the next screen. Okay. And what you'll want is this one here. It says Xavier University Lab Packs Biology. So click on that. And that's the kit. That's what you want to add to your cart and purchase. Okay. Note the SKU number, LP 2674 BK01, and the cost. Okay. All right. Okay. In addition to the actual kit, there are going to be some electronic course materials that you can download by clicking the link here. These will include lab protocols as well as a safety agreement, a description of the kit contents, the order of the experiments, and some helpful web links for creating lab reports. It'll unpack, basically it'll download as a zip file, and then when you double click on the zip file, it'll unload and unpack, and what you'll see is a variety of important folders with information. So let me show you what that looks like real quick here. You'll get a folder, LP 2674 BK01. Inside that folder, you've got the introduction folder. Okay, you want to read that PDF first. Then you've got the experiments with the experimental protocols. And you can see that there are a list of experimental protocols, and then these documents here, which are essentially templates for you to use to write your lab reports. I've also posted these in the Canvas course. Okay, so you've got two places where you can get to these important files. The order of the experiments is shown here. Okay, you've also got some supplemental documents that you'll use for certain labs. Okay, this is your safety agreement that I also have posted to the Canvas website that you're going to have to watch the safety video. I'll show you where that link is, and then sign your safety agreement and submit it on Canvas so that I know that you've watched and understood that material, know how to work your kit. You can also see here safety information, and then important info regarding components of the supplemental documents that you use in certain of the experiments that you're going to be running. Okay, these are all PDF files, so you'll need Adobe Acrobat Reader in order to open these up and print them. Okay, and then you've got these appendices which show you important protocols that you'll need to master in order to do your experiments, run your lab reports, submit your lab reports. Make sure and read each one of these as background information to prepare you to properly execute the experiment, collect your data, write your lab report, and then post it to the website. Okay, so this is all the electronic documentation that you get by clicking that link. Now, the vast majority of this stuff is also posted within the Canvas course experiment by experiment. I just wanted to show you what this folder looks like once you download it. Now, in addition, the video that you're listening to right now is available at this link here. Okay, it's a YouTube video, and then this is the link to the safety video from Hands-On Lab that talks about how you're going to perform your experiments, and in addition, not put yourself in any type of bodily harm, any kind of dangerous situation. This kit contains chemicals. You want to make sure and handle those chemicals properly. Use appropriate personal protective equipment when you conduct these experiments. and dispose of everything properly. The safety agreement is here. You'll download it by clicking this link and then submit it by clicking this link. You can sign it by simply typing your name in the designated blank at the bottom of the document. Just so you know what that assignment looks like, if you click here, okay, once you've downloaded and read your safety agreement, you would open up your safety agreement by clicking this page, and then once you've saved a signed copy, you would hit submit assignment, okay, via a file upload. So when you hit that, it'll take you to a file upload link. You would hit the browse button, find your signed version of the safety agreement, and then once you've got that file selected, hit submit assignment, and then I'll see that in the grade book, and you'll get the full 10 points for having completed that assignment. Okay, so if we go back, next thing you're going to notice is a PDF for the syllabus to the course, which is available by clicking here. Okay, you also see a schedule that is directly from the syllabus that shows you the experiments in the order in which we're going to do them and what I expect to be posted as part of the complete assignment each week. Okay, so we begin with research in the scientific method. To prepare for the assignment, you need to complete the pre-lab survey, which is basically a reading check to make sure that you've done two things. Number one, you've read the protocol, and you've also watched the protocol video that comes with each of these experiments. This will allow you to answer the questions and get the full complement of points. And when you are going to complete the assignment, you're going to have to do the experiments. That will actually be an ungraded activity, but having conducted those experiments, you'll be able to complete your lab report, which is graded. You'll complete a lab report summary, which is a series of questions that will be asked based on the stuff that you should have discovered in the course of doing these experiments and studying the background material. And then you'll have an initial and a follow-up discussion forum post, which will also be graded. And I'll show you where all those are at as we go through the first module as an example. Then we move into biological macromolecules, and then enzymes, temperature, and pH. And in week 3, you'll notice that we've got our first midterm, okay, our first exam, which is an extra assignment on top of your normal lab assignments, which are the experiments, the lab report, the summary, the discussion forum, and also very important is there's a pre-lab survey that comes with each one of these preparations to do the experiment. That is also a graded assignment as well. Okay. So once you've completed the week 3 experiment, you want to go ahead and take the midterm lab practical. It is entirely multiple choice. There is also a practice practical to give you an idea of what's going to be on the actual practical exam. It is an ungraded exercise, but it'll help you prepare to do well on the actual midterm. Then we move into mitosis and meiosis, genetics and genomics, and then we end with DNA and protein synthesis, and then you'll have a practice final lab practical, and then the last assignment will be to take the final lab practical. So you can see here in the far column we have the assessment in yellow. Okay, there's a test that week. The assignments due here in this column, and then assignment preparation in this column. Note that the only graded component in this column are the pre-lab surveys, which are basically a reading check to make sure that you have both read the posted online pre-lab material and have watched the pre-lab instructional videos. Now, A couple other things on the actual syllabus I wanted to touch on while we're here is the grading. Okay, so this is just the schedule, but here's the grading. The pre-lab surveys are going to be 10 points each. There's going to be 6 total pre-lab surveys for a total of 60 points. There's going to be a total of 18 discussion board posts. Total points for all those posts will be 30, with an average of 1.67 points per post. And the reason for that is that some of the posts are worth 2 points, some are worth 1 point. And these are you addressing questions that are relevant to the material that's contained in each week's lab. There are 6 lab reports worth a total of 300 points, or 50 points each. Lab report summary, 6 total assignments, 60 total points, 10 points each. The safety agreement is a 10-point assignment. The midterm is a 50-point assignment, and the final is a 100-point assignment, for a total of 231.67 points. And that's per assignment. Total number of points for the entire course, if we add these together, is a total of 610 points. So it's a 10-point scale. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, and 60 to 69 is a D, and below that is failing. Okay, so it's that percentage of 610 points. Okay, so let's take a look at what's due and when. Okay, you can see that down below the syllabus, each of the different items, when they're due, okay, and the point values are contained in each item. Alright, so if we go to the first module, what you want to do is hit the Start Here button. Okay, and we're going to go to the modules. Go to Module 1. Okay, and this is our first lab. This is scientific method. Background material will tell you what we're going to be looking at. Upon completion of the lab, you'll be able to do the following things. And then you can see down here the module due dates, the dates, the times, the type of item due, and the title of the item due. This is the background information that you're going to have to read, and that goes along with the instructional video with the podcast. Okay, so this is the background material you want to read. You then want to watch this video on the scientific method, and then this podcast will actually walk you through each part of the protocol. And this is simply a PDF that you can use while you watch the podcast to make any relevant notes. This is a link out to a YouTube video that will guide you through each portion of the experiment. Once you've done that, you take the pre-lab survey, answer the questions, 10 points total. Then you want to perform the exercises, and then submit the lab report. And you'll see here that the template for the lab report is here in the Lab Report Assistant module. So you'll click on that, and a file will appear that'll open in Microsoft Word. And what you'll see in this file is basically a template that you'll use to insert your data, once you've completed that and you've answered the questions in the Lab Report Assistant, then you'll save that file, and then you'll submit it by clicking on the Submit Assignment button, and then hit the Submit Assignment here. Again, browse to find your lab report, hit Submit Assignment, and then I'll have your report. It'll be ready for me to grade. Okay. Now, the lab report summary is a series of questions. This is again a downloadable file. You'll download this file, you'll answer the questions in your own words, and then you'll submit the assignment for me to grade. And then we get to the pooled class data. So each week you're going to take some component of the data that you've generated from performing your experiments, and you're going to enter it into a spreadsheet that contains the information from the entire class. And the reason you're going to do this is you're going to draw on the information in the spreadsheet in order to answer some of the questions on the discussion board. So if you click here on the pooled class data for Module 1, it'll take you to a spreadsheet. Okay, and what you'll see here are some areas where you're going to enter your data. So you're going to put your name in this column, and then for your first experiment you're going to enter the number of subjects that you tested for, again, the experiment as outlined in the protocol, the average height, their average wingspan, the proportion of height to wingspan, and you're going to also do that for forearm length and forearm plus hand length and ratio of forearm plus hand length. You'll make any notes as necessary. Okay, again, one column per person in the class. Okay, and then what you'll see here over on the right are some averages that'll pop out based on each of these values that you enter. Okay, so again, most of this will be relatively self-explanatory. You can see here where the averages pop up. Okay, you'll want to look at this for the entire class in order to answer questions on the discussion board. Okay, so when you go to the discussion board, you can see the value of each of these posts. You're going to need an initial and a response post, and you can see here, like for instance in discussion board question 3, using the pooled class data, what conclusions can you draw regarding human wingspan versus height? Explain your answer and then respond to 2 students' posts. And you're going to get that data by going to this spreadsheet. Now to enter your data, okay, you want to click Edit Workbook and hit Edit in Excel Online. Okay, you don't want to do Edit in Excel because then you'll just be editing a copy of the spreadsheet on your computer. You edit in Excel Online, and then you'll be able to actually enter your name and then put your data in. Okay, and again, I'll specify the units as indicated in the protocol as the correct ones. Don't put the units in the number. Okay, just put in the raw number. Okay, in case of the height of the subjects, you're going to put them in as a certain number of feet and inches. Okay, so if I was 6 feet 6 inches tall, okay, the number that you would enter, for instance, would be 6, okay, and 6/12. Okay, well, what's 6/12 of an inch as a foot? It would be 6.5. All right, and so on. That's how you'd enter your data for this first week. Okay, so each of the experiments that you're going to perform in each of the subsequent weeks is going to have this pooled data. You want to make sure and enter it and then look at what happens over here with the class averages. Okay. Okay, good. All right. And then once you've completed that experiment, you hit the next button down here. It'll take you to the next module, and this will head into biological macromolecules. Now, one of the things that you'll notice about your kit is that your kit is going to have a few more experiments in it than we're actually going to do in this abbreviated summer session, and that's due to time constraints. But that's essentially what we are providing in the course is a kit that actually has in the full run of the course, in the full 15 weeks, there will be a total of 13 experiments. Here we're doing half that number. Okay, and with that I will sign off. Again, if you have any questions, make sure and contact me through Canvas. Okay, if you want to do that, you can always send me an email. My contact information is posted. You can get to that by, again, going to the home page and going to the instructor information, and you'll be able to get in touch with me. If you need help in navigating Canvas, you can always click on the help button. You can ask me a question here directly. This will go to my email. Canvas support hotline is here. Okay, Canvas support. All right, all this that you need is built into the learning platform. Okay, all right, I will see everybody in cyberspace. Let me know if you have any trouble getting your kits, ordering your kits. Remember to take care of that as soon as possible. Remember that a lot of the background for what you're going to be doing in lab is going to come from the online lecture given by Dr. Charles Grossman, which is the other component of this particular course. I wish everybody luck, and I'll see you soon.